Hi, if you're watching this, it must mean that you need help using the recording booth and weren't able to find a media team member to help you. My name is Hunter Bagman from the media production team here at College of the Ozarks, and today I'm going to show you how to properly use the recording booth here on 4th floor Jones. So the first thing you want to do is determine whether you want to record straight to a computer or if you want to record to an SD card through the recording device we have hooked up in the recording booth. If you decide on the SD card route, there is a separate video for you to watch on how the device works. In my personal opinion, I would suggest using the first option. Now that we have where we want to record to, we can begin setting up to record. First, power on and/or sign into the computer. Next, open Adobe Audition. If you can't find Audition, it should be either pinned to the taskbar or you can search for it in the bottom center Windows tab. Once you have opened Audition, you want to click the multi-track button and create a new session, and do all the necessary things for saving a file that you would normally do when doing any other project. Next, go to track 1 and click where it says Default Stereo Input and select Mono, and then whichever mic you are using. In this case, it's just the first one listed since we only have one mic here. Then, after you've done all that, you want to click the record button, which is the little square with an R on it. Next, either press the red circle at the bottom, or you can hit Shift Space on the keyboard and your recording will begin. You know it has started recording when the button with the R on it turns red and your track turns red. Make sure you are doing all of this on one track or you might mix something up and get bad audio. Once you start a recording, go into the neighboring booth and begin your recording. The volume switches and dials should already be set to where they need to be, so please do not mess with them. Any additional volume or gain edits can be done through Audition. If you have a second person with you, this process can be easier as they can start the recording for you. If you have multiple people for one recording, you will just have to share or take turns. As stated earlier, we only have one microphone. After you are finished recording, simply go and end your recording in Audition. This can be done by pressing the spacebar or clicking the record circle again. Now you can export your track, which is done by going to File, Export, Multi-Track Mixdown, and then Entire Session. You'll then proceed to do the same thing you did when you first made your session in the beginning. Well, that's all you need to know about using the recording booth. Hopefully this was a big help for you. If you have further questions, please email the media team, or if you do end up finding a worker, you can ask them. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.